Question 6. Inche Abu plants vegetables on a plot of land in the shape of a right angle triangle. Okay. Right. Given that the longest side of the land is p meters, so in a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse will be the longest side. The other two sides are q meters and 2q minus 1 meters. So q, 2q minus 1. Inche Abu fenced the land using a fencing of length 40 meters. So he want to fence this. So the total length, aka perimeter, is 40 meters. So we can say P plus Q plus 2Q minus 1 equals to 40. We can simplify this also. So Q plus 2Q is 3Q. So we can say plus 3Q. And then minus 1 we bring there, become 41. So we can say equals to 41. Right. Find the length in meters of each side of the land. Okay. And here we have two unknowns, right? P and Q. So we need two equations to solve this simultaneously. So the other equation, since we have a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem. A square plus B square equals to C square. So we can say Q square plus 2Q minus 1 square will equal to P square. Equation 2. Right. Now we have to solve this simultaneously. So from 1, we can make P the subject, since P is single here. So you can say from 1, P equals to 41 minus 3Q. This will be equation 1a. Then we can sub equation 1a into equation 2. So we put this inside this P lah. So Q square plus 2Q minus 1 square equals to 41 minus 3Q square. Alright. Now we expand this. So this is Q square. 2Q we square it, will get 4Q square. 2 times 2Q is 4Q. Minus 1 will be, times negative 1 will be negative 4Q. Negative 1 square will be plus 1. Then we do this side. 41 square. Right, this is a big number. 1681. And then 2 times 41 times negative 3. 2 times 41 times negative 3. Negative 246Q. And then negative 3Q, we square it, we'll get positive 9Q square. Right. Now we bring all of these together. So Q square plus 4Q becomes 5Q square. We bring it here, will become 9Q square minus 5Q square. And then this is negative 246Q. Negative 4Q we bring there, will become positive 4Q. So settle. Okay. 1681 minus 1 is 1680. Right, simplify further. 9Q square minus 5Q square, 4Q square. Negative 246 plus 4, negative 242Q. Then 1680. Okay, now let's see if we can divide all these by 4 or not. 1680 divide 4, can. 242 divide 4, 4, cannot. So can divide 2 only lah, maximum. So if we divide the whole thing by 2, we'll get 2Q square, 1 to 1Q, 1680 divide 2, 840. Now we can factorize. A is 2, B is -1 to 1, C is 840. So we get Q equals to 8 and Q equals to 105/2. So you put this in the bracket, we'll get this. Right. So these are our two possible values of Q. Now we need to find the value of P. So we just sub it into here lah. 41 minus 3Q. So P will be 41 minus 3 of Q. Okay. 41 minus 3 times 8. 17. 41 minus 3 times. Ooh, this one is negative. Negative 116.5. Or I write it in fraction lah. 233/2. Okay, I think we have to reject this. Yep. So this is P. And a length cannot be negative. So unfortunately, we have to reject this pair of answers. So the only possibility here is P equals to 17 and Q equals to 8. This will be our final answer. Oh, but here they ask us to find the length of each side of the LAN. Okay, so this will not be our final answer. Okay, so this side of the LAN will be 17 because P is 17. Q is 8, so this will be 8 meters. So 17 meters. This side will be 2Q minus 1. So 2 times 8 is 16. 16 minus 1 is 15. So our final answer, you can say 8 meters, 15 meters, and 17 meters. Okay, done.